Well, in Washington, Todd Blanche's path to becoming Attorney General appears to be in jeopardy.
That's after the Senate Judiciary Committee postponed a vote on Blanche's nomination over disagreements with Republican Senators John Cornyn of Texas and Tom Tillis of North Carolina. The GOP-led committee was scheduled to hold the vote this morning.
NBC News political reporter Megan Brand joins us on this one. Megan, good morning. So why was this vote postponed? What exactly are Cornyn and Tillis concerned about?
Hey guys, good morning. So the sticking point here is this settlement between President Trump and the IRS. That came after President Trump had sued the IRS over the leak of his tax returns. So in terms of what that settlement entailed, the Justice Department had created this $1.776 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund. Now, the DOJ has since backed off of that. They've said that they're not going to pursue that. But those two senators, Senator Cornyn and Senator Tillis, have said that they want assurances of that in writing. They want that to be formalized. Now, they also want another part of this settlement to be narrowed. Another part of the settlement was that President Trump, his family members, and companies would have some protections from future IRS audits. So they want some of that to be narrowed as well. So in terms of how the senators were talking about this yesterday, Senator Tillis had said that the Justice Department seemed to have agreed and provided assurances in terms of the anti-weaponization fund, but said that he still needs clarification on that audit part of the settlement. And then separately, you have Senator Cornyn, who told reporters yesterday, this was before we heard that the vote was delayed, he told reporters that he hasn't yet seen a single piece of writing that is responsive to what he's requested, guys.
And of course, of note is the fact that Tillis is retiring. Cornyn lost his primary, so they don't have as much to lose if they disagree with the president. How is President Trump reacting to all this? I mean, is this nomination in real jeopardy?
So in terms of the president's reaction, the postponing of the vote took place last night. So we haven't gotten a reaction yet from President Trump about that part of it. But yesterday, the president was asked about Senator Cornyn being hesitant about his support for Todd Blanche. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Well, all I can say is Todd Blanche is outstanding. And I thought it was pretty routine because he's so good. You just wouldn't find a better person. So I don't know, maybe John Cornyn's upset with me because I didn't endorse him.
Now, as you mentioned, neither Senator Cornyn nor Senator Tillis are up for re-election. President Trump had supported Senator Cornyn's primary opponent, Ken Paxton. And so Senator Cornyn now won't be up for re-election, and Senator Tillis had decided not to run for re-election. Now, in terms of whether this nomination is in jeopardy, a Justice Department official had said yesterday that the department had sent Senators Cornyn and Tillis new language, that conversations were still ongoing with the senators to try to resolve their concerns. But right now, we don't have a timeline for when that vote could potentially move forward, guys.
Megan, some other news here. The Federal Reserve, they left interest rates unchanged yesterday. That was expected. But talk us through the decision and what we did learn from new Fed Chair Kevin Warsh when we heard from him.
Yeah, that's right. So this was the fifth time in a row that the Federal Reserve has kept the interest rates steady. But one interesting part of this decision yesterday came from three of these policymakers who voted to raise interest rates. This was the first time since 2016 that you had three policymakers voting in the same direction on policy related to interest rates. We also heard from Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh yesterday in a press conference where one of the things that he emphasized to reporters is the Fed's goal of getting inflation to that 2% target rate. Now, he also discussed the process of how the members of the Fed were discussing and trying to evaluate their policy. He said that while there were different disagreements and different viewpoints and perspectives, he said that they were all eager to, in his words, roll up their sleeves and have a family fight, guys.
All right, Megan Brand, thank you so much.